Hello! In today's video, I am going to be reacting to the new developer update video. I'm also going to be reacting to the recent developer Q&A that they did. And I'm going to be taking a look at the new pet feeding system, which is in-game. The event isn't out yet for it, but we can go ahead and take a look and see what exactly maybe this will look like. Unfortunately, it is still locked behind VIP 15, but we'll do that at the end of the video. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the developer update video that they posted on YouTube. The link to the video, of course, will be in the description of this video. So this video just goes over the patch notes that released recently. There's no new information here that wasn't in the patch notes. The only information that we are getting that you could consider being new is the visuals. So this is the sign up page for the new 15v15 game mode, Battle Abyss, which is pretty cool. It looks like you might be able to use artifacts and pets in this mode, which would be great. I don't know why they're grayed out. I guess maybe they just didn't select them. But the fact that there's slots for them means that you probably will be able to use them. You can see here they're fighting a PvE objective, which is a copy from the Magma Daemon. I don't know which one that is, but yeah. And there's also this separate merit shop here. The video loads. Okay, Okay, there we go. So yeah, there is a separate merit shop for this mode. These rewards are extremely underwhelming, but the pet regeneration potions are very nice for free to play, so I won't complain about that. And it looks like there's these pretty cheap rewards that you can get, and then these way more expensive ones if you want to continue grinding. It's also important to know that this could just be like a complete placeholder, and when we get into the actual version of this event, once it's in game, it could be a lot different. Okay, so next we have the recovery voucher. There is a UI for this. There's no real expanding upon the previous system. It just shows the UI. It does show that you get 16 vouchers, which is pretty good. And you get your migration cost reduced by 20%. There we go, 55 to 44, so that's a 20% reduction, which is pretty good. And yeah, so they showed off the new title system as well. It's a little bit weird. I don't like the title system. By the way, there's these M's here and there's random letters in the video. If you want some free rewards, go ahead and put the word Spy Master in the comment along with your ID. But yeah, the title system seems underwhelming. I don't really like the UI. They also pointed out the new training feature here, which, sure, this is helpful, I guess. And we have the new event series. This new event series seems pretty cool. It looks like it's spread across 5 different days. Like the actual exchange period, I don't know if that means that the rewards change every day or something. It kind of seems weird. Maybe just more rewards unlock on each day. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe they refresh or something. And it looks like it's only using one currency, which is also really unique because normally there's 2 different currencies. See, this screen here for the Bags of Luck event says send lucky bags to chat channels during the event to share Spring's blessings. And yeah, may the coming spring bring you joy and success. So I'm not sure how exactly this will work. It looks like maybe you get them from an event or something. And yeah, unfortunately, this skin is Marksman HP. I guess the developers just don't want to give free-to-play an attack skin, which, fair enough, but also it'd be nice if we got at least one. Okay. Oh, that's pretty funny. Look at how long that they have the, Oh, let me go back. 59,974 days. That's a pretty long frame duration. Okay. So system or combat optimizations, there's nothing new there. They showed the Behemoth raid bidding thing, and I'm wondering if maybe this will be a way to get value from like farm accounts or something. Because they said that you get dividends if someone buys an item in gems. So the way this probably works is that if someone spends 15,000 gems or 15,000 exchange coins, your alliance gets 1,500 gems, is what I would guess. It's probably a 10% dividend for gems. So maybe if you like save up a ton of pet currency on your farms or something, you could exchange them that way. But overall, the reward value here is extremely underwhelming. Like, even the pet regeneration potions, I don't think any of these things here are really worth it. Maybe the warrants are worth it for 100 pet coins. If you... I'm thinking from the mindset of free to play, by the way. If you're pay to win, then it's obviously worth it to buy the pet warrants for... Well, actually, this is 30 pet warrants for 100. Sorry, that's definitely worth it. I'm trying to think what the value of each individual warrant would be, and I would think probably something like 40 would be realistic, 40 pet currency per warrant. So these things, someone will buy them, but they will get bid up. The hero tokens aren't worth it. I kind of misread that initially. So someone's going to get those, but it'll probably be someone who's spending quite a bit. They also showed the calendar system here, but unfortunately it uses markers, so that's kind of rough. You would really like to see this use something unique instead, or have the ability to not use a marker, because there's only so many markers you can actually use, and if it uses a marker, then you can't use it for PvP. So yeah, that's not great. So they showcase the new Heroes Rekindled thing as well. And this is the same as the event that's in Season 1 where you get access to like each hero. This event lasts for the entire duration of Season 1. At least it looks like it will. So you are able to, basically scrap a epic or legendary hero, one of each, during the first season. So if you spend your hero tokens on Velen during the first season or something, and then you want to scrap him after you got some value and spend those hero tokens again, you can do that. One thing that's really good for this is if someone in your alliance, like say they make their Velen, 3-1-2-4 or something, they can scrap their Velen and then turn him into a 5-1-1-1 and then star them up again. So this is a nice little catch for people that like ruin their account like that in the first couple of days. So yeah, I'm definitely very happy to see this. Moving on, I'm not sure if there's anything else in the video here. Oh yes, there's the city sharing thing, so this is pretty cool. I'll be able to upload a preset from one of my farm accounts and then copy it to all of my other ones, so that's really nice. I'm going to make a City Hall level 21 farm account design, maybe a City Hall level 16 one too. That way I can just copy that every time my farm account like gets to that level. I wonder if you're going to have exactly the same amount of buildings in order to copy a layout. Hopefully not, but if that is the case, I guess I'll be able to figure something out. So yeah, I'll be able to work on that. That'll be pretty nice. Maybe just something I do for fun when I have time. And yeah, that's it for this video, which has been pretty well received. 500 likes. And let me go ahead and do something real quick. And yeah, here we are, 463 likes, 19 dislikes, so definitely a very well received video. Just had to go and install that extension. I forgot to install it after I updated my PC and got a new browser and everything. Alright, so let's go ahead now and jump in game, and we can go ahead and take a look at the new developer Q&A. Well, it's relatively new, it's a couple of days old. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so a lot of these things we've already seen before. The first point here is regarding tower stacking. We already know that that's being changed, so we don't have to talk about that. This point here is really cool. So it has been suggested by a number of players in V1.0.34 the war pet regeneration guarantee is now shared between all war pets rather than applying to a single war pet each time. So this is really interesting for everyone that plays the game because this allows you to get some additional value. Like for example, when you're in a pet like this, say it had 3 slots on it, or you had like a skill that you wanted to release, normally you would regenerate it to get it down to like just the talent skill and the secondary skill. So yeah, in the future you'll be able to alternate between doing that, and then if you get close to the pity, say probably if you use like 10 regeneration potions or something and you're 10 away from the epic or legendary pity, you're going to want to swap to like a real hero or a real pet, sorry, to continue using a regeneration potion. So that'll be pretty cool. Let's go ahead back into the Q&A. So that's a good part of this. Will you add a confirmation button when consuming war pets to the quick upgrade war pet skills? This is good because I know some people made mistakes where they went in and like say they didn't have one of their pets locked, and then they went in to upgrade the skill here and they quick selected it down here. That is definitely brutal, and some people have done that. So yeah, I'm glad that they are deciding to add a confirmation there, because that would really suck if you accidentally consumed the wrong pet. Okay, there's some Roots of War changes. So they're adding a chat channel eventually, which is good. A way to search names for the Roots of War team, which is good. And here's a pretty big part about the map, so let's go ahead and read this. Can you improve the matchmaking and rebalance the map in Roots of War? I'd like to see more opportunities for strategy. Also, will you add practice matches? Thank you for your suggestions. We have been actively gathering feedback and are now working on ways to optimize matchmaking and improve the map, as well as adding more interesting tactical abilities to make the game mode more feature-rich and enjoyable. We are now also working on creating a league for Roots of War, which will include the option for practice matches. Thank you for your patience while we figured this all out. And yeah, so this is really good. I know they said that they were working on a league a while ago, but for them to put it in a Q&A like this, I think means that they're actually working on it now, or maybe there's like one guy dedicated to it or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm glad that this stuff's coming, and more tactical abilities is interesting. We'll have to see what exactly that looks like. I'm sure there's something similar in Rise of Kingdoms and Ark of Osiris, but I haven't played in so long, so I'm completely out of the know. Here's another good question that may also harken back to Rise of Kingdoms. Will you be improving rewards and PvE gameplay for the Brink of War event? We've received a lot of feedback regarding the Brink of War event. Having considered fairness in the player experience, we'll be improving rewards for the PvE phase of Brink of War. See the event for more details once the changes come online. We are also planning on adding the ability to quickly search for ordinary and elite trolls on the map. Thank you for waiting while we finalize this feature. So, good that they're adding the ability to search for trolls, and hopefully they do buff the rewards as well. For example, in Rise of Kingdoms, it's pretty rare, but you can get legendary hero tokens and a lot of gems and things from doing the pre-KVK stuff. It's not actually rare to get gems. It is one of the better things, I think, for gem farming with your CP in Rise of Kingdoms is to do the pre-KVK barbs. I think they got nerfed a while ago, but at least they used to be really good. In this game, the pre-KVK is terrible. As far as the PvE stage, it's just kind of a grind. So yeah, we'd be really forward to seeing how they decide to optimize this. Now we have this question here about Alliance Mobilization as well. Will you make it so Alliance Mobilization quests are automatically refreshed if they have not been selected after 2 or 3 hours? And here is a very long-winded answer. Thanks for your suggestions. Considering the differing circumstances and needs of different alliances, we are in the early phases of designing a new feature for Alliance Mobilization. This feature would allow Alliance officers to enable automatic refreshment of quests that have not been selected for some time. Depending on the circumstances of the Alliance, the feature is still in the planning stage. We will let you know as soon as more information becomes available. We're also planning to allow players to automatically submit their quests once they are complete. This should be added in the near future. Really good. You should not have to log in to submit your quests. They should be automatically submitted after they're completed. A lot of players lose their quests before because they go to sleep, or they don't set an alarm or anything, or the quest even just sits there for an extra half an hour after it's completed. So really good to see this. I've been guilty of that too when doing quests on one of my farm accounts. Will you add a feature for multiple players to migrate together so they don't end up getting split up? We've received a number of suggestions regarding this issue and are planning to add a multiplayer migration feature in the future. This feature is still in the design phase, so we thank you for your patience while we finish working it out. Now, I remember that, I don't know what video it would have been, but Boss Nasty got a tip from a guy, and he made a video on a feature that was in testing for this 3 months ago, I think. So hopefully it's pretty close to being released. Maybe we'll get it in 1.0.36 or something. I don't know why it would be that complicated. I guess maybe they're having a hard time figuring out how to do the math on server capacity. I would imagine, though, you would just take the current numbers and then simulate the results for adding each additional player, one at a time, instead of a bunch of players at once. I don't know. You can probably figure it out. So yeah, hopefully we get that soon. And this last question here, can you increase the chance of obtaining legendary heroes from daily deals? We understand that players want to obtain more legendary heroes. We are currently planning on making changes to the daily deals while keeping the in-game balance in mind. So this might surprise you, but I'm actually okay with them increasing the rewards from this. I think that the probability of getting the higher tier rewards is a little bit too low. I would like to see the percentages here shifted towards the middle. I think getting 4 or 5 tokens should be more common. So maybe a 4% for 1. You can probably keep the 2 at 5%, but then a 6% for 3 and a 5.5% for 4 or something like that. Maybe go down to a 5% for 5 and a 4% for 6. Just kind of rotate how the odds are here a little bit. That way, one token is less common than something else. And yeah, I don't know how this actually works. I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed one hero token every time, right? Oh, you're not. Well, if you're only well, no, you get 3 chests, I guess. That's what people do. You should probably be guaranteed 2 tokens if you buy every bundle. I don't know. Maybe they should just change this to be 1 to 10 Emerald tokens and 1 legendary metal or gold key. So you have a pool that's just the Emerald tokens. You'd have to reduce the odds of all of these quite drastically, but then you get some number of tokens and a legendary metal or gold key. That way you are guaranteed at least 3 Emerald tokens per day, and you have decent odds of getting 7 or something. I don't know. I think right now, though, it's a bit rough, especially, well, you have to remember you're spending, well, for me, 4 times 365 would be, what, $1,400 a year or something? That might be way off. Let me just pull out a calculator here real quick so I don't look like an idiot. Oh no, $1,460. Okay, not that bad. But yeah, that's quite a bit of money per year. I mean, that's 2 months rent for me. So that's fun. And I guess it's all relative, right? But I feel like a lot of people buy this every day, and they don't realize how much it is if you buy it for an entire year. let me just go into my VIP store. 642 times 4, I don't even need a calculator for that. 642 times 4 would be $2,508. $2,608, which, yeah, and then you add that up with all of the monthly packs and everything. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is people are spending a pretty sizable chunk of money, especially for, a game. So giving them a little bit more rewards for having spent that money seems logical. I don't mind that as free to play. I would much rather the developers gain money from like daily deals or something like that, as opposed to super pay to win things. And speaking of super pay to win things, let's go ahead and take a look at the new pet feeding system. So the new pet feeding system has some rules, which we can go ahead and see here. The fruits that grow by the holy waters of the Phythian shrine, I probably said that terribly, with a mysterious glow, can bestow great power upon war pets. Feed them to your war pets to allow them to surpass their limits. Please note the following details about feeding your war pets. You must reach honorary membership level 15 to unlock war pet feeding. Each war pet can be fed up to 100 fruit, which is really important. And then war pet upgrades. When a war pet attribute is 280 points or less, feed them 1 pet fruit to increase the attribute by 1 point. When a war pet attribute is over 280 points, feed them 3 pet fruits to increase an attribute by 1 point. When a war pet is regenerated, attributes buffed by pet fruits will be reset, as will the pet fruit feeding limit. It is best to regenerate a war pet first before feeding them pet fruits. So this means that if you're over 280, you can feed your pet 33 fruit, and then 1 other fruit in 1 other slot, and then you're maxed out. So it's not nearly as bad as I thought. I thought you were going to be able to like completely max out a pet. For fun, let's go ahead and do some math here. So this is 1 additional seconds. I don't even know what it is. Let me see here. 1 additional second every 75 spirit. Okay, so 75 times 4, I think is what I want. 300. So, if I go back into my pet and just double check the rules. Pet feeding, 280 points. 280 points or less is 1. So I would need to do 19 times 3 plus, what's that, 38? Plus 38. I would need to feed him 95 of these pearl fruits, and if I fed him 95 pearl fruits, that would allow me to max out my spirit for this pet. Well, not max it out, but get it to 300, and that would allow me to get 1 extra second on this ability for the duration. So that's kind of how that works. So what you're going to want to do is get 8 slots with pretty good stats. But one thing that's nice about this is, this isn't really a good example, but say I had, like an 8 slot pet with 305 spirit or something like that. I could add the additional little bit in order to get it over and actually get the spirit buff for the split pain bloom. I just realized I was clicking the wrong thing. I needed to click this, not the actual talent skill. So for my Seraphic Phaedrake, I think I'm going to keep this one as is. I might upgrade the luck stat a little bit, actually, depending on like if I can get fruit. I can also go ahead and max these attributes completely, right? This is 4 away. This one's also 4 away. So 24 fruit, and I'll be able to max out both of these. And then 100 minus 24 is 76. So 251, 30 for 281. I'm getting lost here. Okay, 100. I'm gonna have to do it in a calculator. 100 minus 24 is 76. Minus 30 to get it up to 281. 46 divided by 3. So I can get this pet to 281, 296 luck, which is pretty good. 296 luck, and I have both of these stats maxed. 296 luck is almost maxed out luck. That is 8 points below maxed luck. So yeah, that's really good. And yeah, there's just a little disclaimer here for when you're above 280, spend 3 fruits to raise the attribute by 1 point. Now, we can also talk about how pay to win this is. I would agree that it is super pay to win. It looks like, luckily, the pet currency is coming from an event. If it's just coming from an event, then that means that you're going to be somewhat limited in the amount that you can get. So people probably won't be able to max out every single pet that they have, but they probably will be able to max out certain pets. Like, for example, a rally or garrison lead would go in and max those out. So that's good. But I'm kind of concerned. They might add it into the VIP shop or something. What's this red dot? Why is everything a red dot? That's so interesting. So overall, I still think that the pet feeding system is super pay to win, and I don't know. I guess it's probably good that it exists. We'll have to see what this event actually looks like here, the Fires of Renewal. Once it starts, we'll see what it looks like, and hopefully it's not too ridiculous. I guess I am kind of looking forward to maybe maxing out the spirit on this, or just getting it to the 300 break, maybe leveling up the skills on my Seraphic Phage Rate could be pretty cool. But I'm also wondering now if maybe like I should regenerate this or something and try to get an 8 slot. But I think I'm going to do that on a second Seraphic Phage Rate instead that I build for my Thalia Thundolin, because this one is a follow-up build, so it's probably best off for Magrat Zeta. Anyways, yeah, I think that this is probably better than I expected it to be. Overall, for the pet skill system, it sucks for free to play, but you know, it is what it is. We do also have one more thing in game here, which is these new avatar frames. This one here is interesting, Shadow Lord. I wonder if that's like something that has any relevance to anything in game, because like the rest of these I can see, right? Just like a knight, sure, and then we have a bunch of elves, the celestial, the dwarf. Like the rest of these I can see, aside from the Shadow Lord. So maybe this is some sort of indicator for a upcoming faction or something like that. Anyways, we're sticking to our normal avatar there. There's also a new avatar frame. Well, I got this. But there is a new avatar frame, this one here, which is coming in the event. And they also have this 2025 Shanghai Spring Meetup frame. I wonder if they're doing Shanghai again, or maybe they're going to get rid of this 2024 one or something, because I think that the event was actually in Shanghai. That was that event where we got the leaks for like Mujiang and stuff like that, which we made the video on previously. Anyways, though, that's it for this video. I didn't cover the actual stuff in here, because basically all of the visuals in the notice board are from the actual, or also in the video. This one here, I guess, is unique. It's showing the average season duration went from 71.5 to 56 days. But the rest of this stuff here was already in the video, aside from, I think, this stuff here. But, well, no, this was in the video. I don't know if the frame was. But, yeah, all this stuff was already in there. And the resolution is just really low, because it's like double windowed, well, triple windowed. It's in this window, then it's in this window, then it's in this window. So the resolution is rough. Although, I actually, preferential immigration policies 25 to 10 migration passports, so it looks like maybe it's not a strict 10% off, or 20% off, sorry. Interesting. Well, we can't really speculate on that, so I guess I'm glad I caught that, but yeah, hopefully the migration cooldown is something that incentivizes people to leave the kingdom. Like, I have, 30 something permits, 35 permits, but of course not everyone is going to be grinding their permits literally every single week like I am. So for the people that are inactive, it's going to suck if they have to spend money in order to leave the kingdom, And anyways, yeah, so a bit longer of an end to this video than I thought. I'm going to go ahead now and go do a little bit of dueling over here for a couple of merits. If, these guys are still here, so go ahead and send our Magsay in. And yeah, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.